out when he was younger. Maybe as, parents, we need to do that more. So the society, unfortunately, we are disconnecting our children too much from us by saying that, we are sending them to classes, etc.
Yes.
But, the value-built system of inherent conflict management, empathy, etc., is not being taught to the children. And that was the first step that was done at home.
I think this should trigger that. This should trigger that conversation within homes of how you, see your children, because you have to speak to them, get into their lives and understand what they are doing, what they are going through. And also in the schools, there has to be some way to diffuse these kind of tension between students, maybe some counselors talking to them if they are getting into this kind of verbal altercation and then taking it outside. That takes a deadly turn. In conclusion,
mandate,
yes.
I'm so sorry to cut you, but by mandate, you need to have counselors in school these days. I don't know what the situation in the school was, whether there was a dedicated counselor or not, but that is what the schools precisely should look at, counselors. But in schools these days, the counselors are given academic duties more than they're giving psychological duties. So maybe as schools also, we should relook at, the kind of psychological trainings that we should do, speak of conflict management with our children at an early level as parents, as societies. And also, I really urge for the society to look out for each other. If you see a child misbehaving with another child on the street, as an adult, please go ahead and try to stop that altercation. The child should not feel that I can go around, doing anything without anyone noticing. If you're not my parent, if you're not my teacher, I have no answerability to the society. That is not the kind of, thought the child should have, because that is what, gives them this kind of expectation that it's fine, underground ho jao. Because that would mean that,
absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking to us. I'm hoping that this triggers some sort of discussions all across. This is not something that we would want to be reporting on. An 8th class student killing a 10th class student, and then of course it's a trauma that not only that family which has lost that child, but also the family whose child has now been accused of murdering somebody at this young age. All that needs to be spoken about. Thank you so much, Anviksha, for speaking to me at this moment. Before we slip into a very short break, all these movies that make violence look so glamorous without any repercussion as far as your anti-hero or your favorite star is concerned, video games, all that is not real life. Don't get bought by absolutely what you see on screen. They don't have any repercussions to pay after the movie is over. In real life, there are real consequences. That life and your life can absolutely be thrown off track if you don't make that difference. Small break. We are coming back with much more on the other side. The topi politics in Bihar ahead of the elections. That's what we are going to talk about. Why is that moment become so important? I'm going to explain that after a short break. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
NDTV 24/7 is India's #1 English news channel on YouTube. Credible, compelling, always ahead of the curve. Thank you for choosing NDTV 24/7 as your trusted source for news.
हेलो बोलिए मैडम, डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा.
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है.
मैडम एक बात को खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire dabba trading scam.
गोल्ड क्लास ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
If it matters to you, if it matters to you, if it matters to you, it matters to India, it matters to India, and it matters to me, and it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru, only on NDTV 24/7.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
India's defense game is no longer evolving, it's transforming. The NDTV Defense Summit 2025 brings together the sharpest minds. One day, big conversations, bold ideas. The mission is clear. Stay ready. Stay ahead. Leading from the front, the Honorable Defence Minister, Rajnath Singh. The NDTV Defence Summit 2025, Warfare in the 21st Century.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
You know, first, when Sayara released and we as audience realized, oh,
is concerned. Topi or symbolism of who wears what cap and your attire is for a very long time have been associated when deeply analyzed in politics. Today, the Chief Minister of Bihar, Nitish Kumar, there was refusing to wear a cap and instead placing that cap on the head of his minister, Zamir Khan, is something that is being spoken about, decoded, and is being seen as a possible impact on the upcoming election. From vote yatra to dialogue with minorities, the big question is who will the 18% Muslim voters of Bihar vote? And that is going to be an important one. I want to show you these two pictures. There was a time where, this is 2019, Nitish Kumar in a skull cap sitting there with some Muslim clerics. Apart from that, he was a regular feature in various iftar parties wearing a similar cap that today he refused to wear on his head. The opposition is calling it the impact of the RSS and the BJP. BJP, remember, is the ally of Nitish Kumar, and they are calling this an impact of the BJP on JDU chief, the Chief Minister of Bihar. Now, ahead of the elections in Bihar, this Topi politics has stirred the pot and is at this moment the biggest talking point in the, as far as the elections of Bihar is concerned. And it is happening at a time when there is already RJD, Congress in the RJD's Vote Adhikar Yatra going on. And it is going through places which are stronghold of the Mahagathbandhan, some places like in Simanchal, where the Mahagathbandhan is hoping that they would be able to sweep those areas. There won't be any vote division as far as the minority vote is concerned, like it was last time when the AIDMK, I beg your pardon, when the AIMIM also was in the fray. Let's very quickly put this 18% for you. What happened? What has been the history? Because Nitish Kumar, remember, so far has been seen somebody that the Muslims in Bihar are not averse to voting. His party. So apart from the 6-7% core vote that he has, along with other EBCs and Muslims, he usually takes his vote over 13-14%. Let's take a look at the 2020 Bihar elections. Who got the Muslim vote? About the 18%. This is CSD's data. The Mahagathbandhan got about 76% vote, NDA 5%, LJP 2%, the GDSF got 11%, and others got 6% vote as far as the Bihar election is concerned. Now remember, Nitish Kumar and LJP, Chirag Paswan, both are at this moment against the Mahagathbandhan. Nitish Kumar firmly with the BJP in this election. Let's very quickly also, in fact, and remember this happened, this whole thing happened during Nitish Kumar's minority dialogue. The Madrassa teachers, were protesting before Nitish Kumar, and Nitish Kumar had organized this minority dialogue. All eyes were on to try and assuage Muslim voters that Nitish Kumar is still going to take care of the minorities. In the last election, the 2020 assembly election, the JDU fielded 10 Muslim candidates. All of the candidates lost the election. On the other hand, who are the candidates who won the election? RJD fielded 18 Muslim candidates. 8 of those Muslim candidates won the election. Congress party fielded 12. 4 of them won. AIMIM fielded 15 Muslim candidates, 5 Muslim candidates won the election, 4 of them later switched to RJD. Let me very quickly, first of all, go across to my colleague Prabhakar, who reports on this story.
If you see this entire act which was actually played on that particular stage, Nitish Kumar did take that topi, the skull cap in his hand, and then he actually gave it to Jama Khan, who happens to be the minority affairs minister under his cabinet. Now Nitish Kumar per se for last 15-20 years when he has been ruling Bihar, he's seen as a very secular guy, as somebody who actually gels very well with minority and actually participates in their functions, and often is seen wearing the skull cap, the same cap which today he was seen refusing to wear. He often is seen actually wearing that skull cap. But now Bihar is on the verge of getting into the election mode. The elections are knocking our doors, and an act like this, especially concerning minorities, would certainly be seen through the political lens, and that is exactly what is happening now. The opposition would not let this opportunity go. They would certainly attack Nitish Kumar as they are doing, and they are rightly doing so, because 1 month down the line the Bihar would be in the election phase. So they are using this opportunity to send out a message to the minorities that here is the chief minister who is actually not even ready to wear the cap which you have given as a token of respect to him. But Nitish Kumar, as his history, as his political history goes, is somebody whom minority feels comfortable with, whom they have always seen him participating during all their festivals and otherwise.
All right, let's very quickly decode this a little further. I have Mr. Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, political analyst, joining us at this moment. We also have Mr. Professor Sajjan Kumar, political analyst as well. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for speaking to us. Rashid ji, what happened to Nitish Kumar? Tilak bhi lagana hoga, topi bhi lagani hogi, something that he used to say. Today he's refusing this topi. How do you see this and the impact of this on the elections?
Very interesting, Ankit. At one level, it shows his presence of mind, because he was aware that he's fighting election with the BJP. So it might be misconstituted as some kind of appeasement politics that the BJP says it. So people who think that Mr. Nitish Kumar in his sort of, in a physical manner is not the best of his abilities, this gesture shows that he's quick thinking, and he did it. Second thing is, at the more serious note, actually it is a bit problematic because Mr. Nitish Kumar, as you are rightly saying, was seen as someone who's like soft towards minorities, and minorities have a sort of mixed emotion. So in this election, if he had worn this skull cap, a symbolic gesture, it would have made him some kind of a piece of interest among minority votes. Remember, Bihar, minority votes matter. So if there is any kind of even a 5% or 10% vote in favor of NDA due to Nitish Kumar and of course Lok Janshakti Party, it would have helped the BJP indirectly. So I think politically it's not a very wise move, but symbolically, of course, spontaneity of it, full marks to Nitish Kumar.
Sajjan Kumar, does this mean that this is something that Nitish Kumar has given a sitting duck as far as the opposition is concerned? This will, in a way, the messaging, and opposition is going to play on this. It will consolidate the Muslim vote firmly behind the Mahagathbandhan, even more than what it was in 2020. The other way to look at it is that possibly the NDA wants that. Maybe be there as it may, let the division be, let Muslims go on one hand, but they would want to play on the Hindu sentiments more than the caste in Bihar.
Yes, Ankit, I go by the perception that minority vote perhaps in Bihar is already consolidated this time in favor of the Mahagathbandhan, because this time, as per the ground pulse, you will see that Muslims are wary of the role played by MIM and Owaisi in the 2020 election, though the party was not directly responsible for the, very minuscule defeat of RJD, but in perception, he is considered to be the vote spoiler of the Muslim vote. So this time, those factions which splitted away from the Congress seems to be consolidating. So this is one factor. Second, also, the Bihar is going to follow a national pattern of the Muslim minorities, wherein you see with the rise of BJP, you find that earlier the split between the Muslim votes, which used to happen at state level. For example, in Bengal, they used to split between TMC, Congress and CPM.
Yes.
You saw they all consolidated behind the TMC. Similarly, in UP, overwhelming majority, despite Mayawati fielding disproportionately higher number of Muslim MLAs in 17 and 20, sided with the SP. So Bihar also, because on the ground, the vote is clever.
Yes.
They already have an opinion and sense of the ground, and they know their interest from their vantage point. So Nitish's impact has dwindled since 2020, and I do not think this one symbolic gesture is going to affect that sort of arithmetic. Yes, it has given one added straw to the opposition to
but Rashid ji, let me ask you this then, because it's not, we showed some Muslim candidates who were fielded from which party and how many won, but that's not the entire picture. Muslims were not averse of the JDU. So at some times of LJP and JDU both, there have been in constituencies where the Muslim vote have actually worked in favor of the JDU and LJP, irrespective whether the candidate is Muslim or not. Do you think that this time, with the kind of politics going on, because Chirag Paswan, whether it is the Waqf board matter, though he says something else, but he's seen standing with the BJP on those matters, do you think that for JDU and LJP, this could create a problem this time?
Yeah, so I think, Ankit, Mr. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is sending up conflicting signals. What if that was a thing? We're so sure-footed that none of the Muslims are going to vote for him. Why did he go to Madrassa function? He could have sent a minister. This is election time, so his presence at at a Madrassa also is is laced with the political messaging. Point, as you rightly saying, if a candidate gets 5,000 votes in a where the Muslim candidate is not there, so that's beneficial. So in politics, 2 and 2 don't add up to 4. In that context, I think it is very difficult and difficult to comprehend. And Ankit, let me tell you, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Nitin Gadkari, to even Devendra Fadnavis, the many people, Ajit Pawar, many of the NDA allies, get sizable number of Muslim votes. And this is the open fact. You look at Ajit Pawar in Maharashtra elections, not only he was able to get some of the Muslims elected, he got a thing, and he was, butting it, cutting it, he opposed it. So there is a, nuanced positioning that can take place and does take place within the BJP and outside BJP. What Nitish Kumar is doing is actually harming his own cause. And therefore, by not, it's a symbolic thing. And you're pointing out so many times. I have seen in many stars and many occasions, Mr. Nitish Kumar, wearing that skull cap. So if you can have a tilak, if you can have Janu, if you can have any religious symbol, why not Muslim symbol? Because that's also part of the national mainstream. So I think over and all, he's going to lose out rather than
whether this happened voluntary, whether he planned it this way, we don't know. But the fact is, it seems that the Nitish Kumar at this moment seems to be, as opposition would say, BJP ke rang mein rang rahe hain. For a man who at one point of time used to say tilak or topi dono zaruri hai, he's averse of the topi at this moment. It will have definitely have political, at least, echo when elections come calling in just about 2 months in Bihar. Gentlemen, thank you so much for speaking to us on this story. With that, we are taking a very quick break, coming back with much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
All eyes on you.
How has he seen a doll?
Gotta have some spin, never blending, never.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture, and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years.
Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years,
covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux. From conflict to India's crowning glory, I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
That's huge! That is a biggie! It's out of there!
गोल्ड ग्लास क्लियर ग्लास, पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे क्लियर.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Now the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edapadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
That's huge! That is a biggie! It's out of there!
गोल्ड ग्लास क्लियर ग्लास, पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे क्लियर.
Is your business future ready? Join the 13-week strategic ESG certification program for business sustainability and growth for CXO and business leaders by NDTV, Terry, and Zenora. Master global ESG frameworks, gain real-world tools, and lead with impact. Starts August the 23rd. Enroll now and power your business with sustainability. NDTV 24/7 is India's #1 English news channel on YouTube. Credible, compelling, always ahead of the curve. Thank you for choosing NDTV 24/7 as your trusted source for news.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold ICICI CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
If it matters to you, if it matters to you, if it matters to you, it matters to India. It matters to India. And it matters to me. And it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru. Only on NDTV 24/7.
Now, this story coming in from Kerala at this moment. Malayalam actor Rini George has accused a youth leader of a prominent political party of sending her objectionable messages for the last 3 years and inviting her to a 5-star hotel and alleged inaction from the party authority despite several complaints made by her. The actor refused to disclose the accused identity, but the BJP in the state of Kerala has alleged that Congress MLA Rahul Mankulil rolls and even, in fact, staged protests outside the office, his office in Palakkad district. Now, Congress, meanwhile, has said that there hasn't been, these are mere allegations, no formal complaint has been filed by the actor, and though the MLA has resigned on moral grounds. Now, this raises a big question as far as the Malayalam film industry is concerned. Remember, it was after Justice Hima Kohli's report, a lot of complaints against many prominent people in the film industry was made.
There has been no formal complaints with the police or the responsible authorities. And the Honorable Youth Congress President has not been named anywhere. But there has been certain grounds where certain people have raised concerns, and the moral responsibility when the leadership is being questioned, when the entire Youth Congress is at stake, I believe that the party has taken a right decision. On the moral grounds, the Youth Congress President have resigned from his post.
അവർക്ക് ഉത്തരവാദിത്വമുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് അവർ ഇനിയെങ്കിലും ഉത്തരവാദിത്വം എടുക്കണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഒരു ധാർമ്മികതയോടെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകണം എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. നമ്മൾ കേസായിട്ട് മുന്നോട്ട് പോയാലും സംഘടനയിൽ മുന്നോട്ട് പോയാലും ഒരു സ്ത്രീകൾക്ക് നീതിയില്ല. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ വിഷയം. ഞാൻ അതാണ് അന്നത്തെ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിൽ പറഞ്ഞത്. നമുക്ക് ഒരു തരത്തിലും ഒരു സ്ഥലത്തും നീതി ഇല്ല എന്നുള്ളത്. ഞാനിനി ഇപ്പൊ പേര് പറഞ്ഞ് മുന്നോട്ട് പോയാലും ഒരു നീതി കിട്ടുമെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടോ?
All right, that's all the time that we have in this edition of Nationwide at 6. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Stay tuned with NDTV.
Other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no form. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
You know, first, when Sayara released and we as audience realized, oh my God, what is happening? When did you realize it? It's like, I didn't expect this. What is happening? Like that wave that hits you.
The first thing that really hit me, I'm telling you, was a month back, actually, to be honest, is when Adi sir saw the film. And he saw a very loose cut, and he decided the release date. But he was always, like me and Akshay were so into making the film, I think, along with Sumanna and all. Sometimes when you're so into it and you don't realize, you don't see it from, and then he saw it from a third person perspective. I mean, he was always super confident about the film. And he had actually had this talk with me about how have we done. And yeah, we all grew up. I was in the 8th grade when I saw Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge and said I want to make a love story like this. For a person like him to say that, you've made a great film. All he had asked for me was to make your best film for me. And I did, and I'm just glad that, so that was the first thing, and that validation was great. I wasn't shouting over the roof for it. It gives you a lot of confidence at that moment, for the person who's actually put his money where it is, and he wasn't talking about anything else, but on a very unassembled film at that time, could feel the emotion and be listening. But it was the first time we felt that we made something special. But yes, once the numbers came in, I think then it was Akshay.
The advance.
Yeah, and the advances came in, and then people were sending me messages, and all they said, no, don't listen to anyone. So I at one point just put my phone off and said, this is getting too out of hand. And then in the night we got the number.
हेलो बोलिए मैडम डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है
मैडम एक बात को खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए ये तो बताओ कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire Dabba trading scam.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture, and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years.
Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power.
What is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Well, the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edapadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
Is your business future ready? Join the 13-week strategic ESG certification program for business sustainability and growth for CXO and business leaders by NDTV, Terry, and Zenora. Master global ESG frameworks, gain real-world tools, and lead with impact. Starts August the 23rd. Enroll now and power your business with sustainability. NDTV 24/7 is India's #1 English news channel on YouTube. Credible, compelling, always ahead of the curve. Thank you for choosing NDTV 24/7 as your trusted source for news.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
If it matters to you, if it matters to you, if it matters to you, it matters to India. It matters to India. And it matters to me. And it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru, only on NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to the Southern View. Thalapathy Vijay's star power in full display in Madurai. But can he be an electoral game changer, Vasudha? Namaskaram, namaskar, unnara, nallarkingla. What do you think of that question?
Welcome, Veera, and namaskar to all our viewers. Well, star power, yes. Will it turn into votes? And what is the strategy going to be? Who are his candidates? An election campaign? What is that going to look like? That, Veera, I think will answer the question of whether he can change the game.
That's right. Let's take a look at the headlines, the national headlines, before we deep dive into Vijay and Tamil Nadu politics this evening.
The promotion and regulation of online gaming bill was passed after a voice vote in the Rajya Sabha today, a day after it was cleared in the Lok Sabha in the midst of huge ruckus in the parliament. Now the legislation seeks to make online money gaming punishable by imprisonment up to 3 years and a fine up to 1 crore.
The Karnataka government's decision to release 10 crores towards rehabilitation of 100 families affected by the landslide in Wayanad has triggered a sharp political clash in Karnataka. The move has drawn fire from the BJP, while Congress leaders have defended it as an act of humanity and federal responsibility.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held bilateral talks with his Russian counterpart in Moscow today. He slammed the West's double standards on Russian oil. He said that India-Russia's ties are scaling new heights.
Well, the Southern View focus this evening is, can actor Vijay, who held his second state conference, turn star power and the crowds into votes? He made a fiery speech, Vasudha, on a hot day at Madurai. It was charged with political rhetoric, but the question is the strategy. It's not clear where he will contest from or who his party candidates are going to be. He said Madurai East he will contest, and so will he from several other constituencies. Vasudha, this is a filmy statement that he's the candidate in all 234 seats of the state.
That's right, Veera. We've heard the Prime Minister say that, and today I heard Vijay say it, but high drama there in Madurai. As you said, the clear political game plan is yet to be out, and that is something everyone is waiting for. There's no questioning of his popularity or his star power. In fact, most political observers admit that he's perhaps the most disruptive force in Dravidian politics for over 10 years now. Now, his speech today made it clear that he's not seeking alliances and that his battle is with the DMK. He in fact declared 2026 Tamil Nadu as a battle between the TVK and the DMK. That's a very important statement. He also took Prime Minister Modi in fact and the BJP, and he sent out a message that his ally will have to accept his leadership.
This makes Tamil Nadu a clear three-way fight, Vasudha, or does it? We'll have a special panel up ahead, but let's listen in to excerpts from Vijay's speech first.
உடனே இந்த கேள்விகள்லாம் வரும். அப்ப யாரு கூட்டணி, யாரு போறா, இந்த கேள்விகள்லாம் வரும். இந்த கேள்விகளுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரே ஒரு பதில் தான், சஸ்பென்ஸ்ல சஞ்சாரம் செய்யுங்க. ஆனா ஒண்ணு, 2026ல 2 பேருக்கு நடுவுல தான் போட்டியே. ஒன்னு டிவிகே, இன்னொன்னு டிஎம்கே. யாருக்கு எதிரான தானே கேட்கிறீங்க? வேற யாரு? மறைமுக உறவுக்காரர்களான பாசிச பாஜகவும் பாய்சன் திமுகவும் தான். 2026 சட்டமன்ற தேர்தலில் யாருக்கு ஓட்டு போடணும், எப்படிப்பட்ட ஆட்சி இங்க அமையணும்னு அந்த அப்பழுக்கற்ற அந்த தொண்டர்களுக்கும் ரொம்ப நல்லாவே தெரியும். அதனால என்ன வேஷம் போட்டுக்கிட்டு பாஜக இங்க தமிழ்நாட்டுக்குள்ள வந்தாலும் அவங்க வித்தை எல்லாம் இங்க வேலைக்கே ஆகாது. இப்படி பொருந்தா கூட்டணியா இந்த பாஜக கூட்டணி இருக்கிறதுனால இப்ப ஆட்சியில இருக்கிற இந்த வெற்றி விளம்பர மாடல் திமுக என்ன செய்துன்னு தெரியும்ல? பாஜகவோட உள்ளுக்குள்ள ஒரு உறவை ஒண்ணு வச்சுக்கிட்டு வெளியில எதிர்க்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு டிராமா ஒண்ணு பண்ணிக்கிட்டு, எதிர்கட்சியா இருந்தா போங்க மோடின்னு பலூன் விடுறது, ஆளுங்கட்சியா இருந்தா வாங்க மோடின்னு கொடை பிடிச்சுக்கிட்டு கும்பிடு போடுறது.
Well, so what next in the Vijay game plan? Joining us this evening is NDTV Sam Daniel Vasudha. He joins us from the hot day in Madurai. After a hot day in Madurai, we'll have Selam Dharanitharan of the DMK. We'll have Ramakrishnan Rajagopal of the BJP. Madhavan Narayan, senior journalist. Dr. Sumant Raman, political analyst and also senior journalist who's tracked Tamil cinema very closely. Lata Srinivasan in a bit from now. Vasudha.